The following is a presentation of TFNN. It is now time for the Diagnostic Trading Hour with your host, Darrell Martin. Now, Darrell Martin.
Diagnostic Trading Hour, another great day in the markets. Indices are all happy. Maybe they're figuring out that the Fed really isn't going to pull QE right out the rug from them. Well, at least not yet. Not yet. So, we got S&P up 14 points on the day. Russell's up 14 as well. However, that is a 1.5% move on the Russell and only a 0.9% move on the S&P. Nasdaq up 25 points on the day, and the Dow is up 135 points. Gotta love these triple-digit days on the Dow. And with the Russell leading the indices. Looking on over at oil, it is up $1.64. Oil is definitely moving and shaking, and it's got some nice moves going on right now. Looking on over at natural gas, it's down 4%, doing its regular thing. One of the most volatile things you can trade, I think, on the planet. 4%, as far as futures contracts at least go, down 4% on the day. And but don't let that fool you on options, binary spreads. That volatility is built in. So it's surprise volatility where you make the money, not consistent volatility on the where you get the edge, I guess would be a better way to put it, on those binaries. Looking on over at corn, it's down 1% on the day right now. And soybeans is basically flat on the day, just down a little under 2 points. Euro dollar is currently up 28 pips. Aussie dollar up 6. Pound dollar getting pounded on down 63 pips with U.S. CAD down 13. U.S. franc is up 24 pips. Euro yen up 93 pips on the day. Pound yen pretty flat, just down a mere 5 pips on the day. That's a really small move for the pound yen. Looking over at you, which means they're fighting each other like crazy right now. And both of them are very weak. So there's not really much movement right there in that battle. And looking on over at the U.S. yen, it's up 47 pips on the day. Gold's currently up down 5.7 right now, down about 0.5%. Pretty small compared to yesterday's move. Silver is currently up. So gold's down, silver's up almost 1% on the day, as well as copper. Both of them are up a little over 0.8%. So almost 1% moves right there on the metals. So. And gold sort of being, contrarian today. So what do we got going on? We had a little bit of news, not trade-worthy news, but a little bit of news. And so I'll pull that up. We'll go into some details. We'll look at just different things that you could look at when you're trading and have the pieces together. Because we do have some news coming up tomorrow that, has, I would not say it's the most tradable, but it is tradable. So it's not like a lot of these I'll go in and I'll do like binaries before them, binaries, dirham, or I'm sorry, pardon me, or strangles or straddles or whatever. So, but some of them just don't have as much going for them. But they do at least have consistency. So what do we have coming up tomorrow that you might be able to take advantage of? Well, this one, it would be more of a post-news trading strategy. And basically what it's going to be is going to be on the USD CAD on the announcement that's due to come out at 8:30 in the morning. And so again, 8:30 in the morning, USD CAD is going to come on out. And I'm trying to see if I can get some more details for you, but basically the expectation on the number is that it comes in at 0. And so if we got a big move, like a greater than 3% or less than 0.3%, so greater than 0.3 or less than 0.3, then that would be a move that would definitely, you could be looking for a 2 deviation move. However, that is really not expected. And so what do we expect? What is the news? What do we expect on, when it comes out? How do we think it's going to, basically play out for us in the trades that we do each and every day? Well, what we expect on the USD CAD news tomorrow is that we'll be able to go in and basically trade the direction. So we're going to see if it comes in a little bit off of the normal, announcement. And let's see here. Let me pull up the details for you on it. But it's just their GDP, their month-over-month GDP. and it's one of those like big highlighted in red. And here's the reason: it's a heavy impact announcement because obviously GDP measures the change in inflation of all the goods and services produced by Canada's economy. So it's really the broadest measurement. And the USD CAD usually moves about 55 pips, the average move. Okay, so there's less moves, there's greater moves, but the average move on the Canadian GDP number is 55 pips from high to low. Well, when that announcement comes out, it usually spikes about 20 pips in one direction or the other. So that spike often going to be the direction you're going to take. And so when it spikes, you let it do its little spike, 20 pips, it usually pulls back a little bit. And then over 2 hours, okay, from announcement, so if it comes out at 8:30, you're looking at about 10:30 when the trade ought to be, the 55 pip range should have been hit. And if it's hit anywhere between that, you ought to be done. You're looking for about a 30 pip trade. So if it can spike up 20 pips and you can get in about that price, maybe it spikes up, it pulls back a little bit, and then you buy back, when it breaks out of that 20 pips, or it spikes down, it pulls back a little bit, and you sell back when it breaks below the 20 pips, then you go in for about a 30 pip profit target on the trade. And that really is about the best way I can see to trade it. Because, unless you can find, now if you can find a contract that will work really well for you, I guess you could find 11 o'clock daily binaries if they were cheap enough. That might be an option. You also could have, I guess, maybe the 9 or 10 o'clock spreads. You could try to butterfly if they were really cheap. But, the thing is, we're not expecting a deviation. When I do straddles or when I do strangles, I really like to be going in, I'm expecting a deviation move. So, a divergence. So, not a deviation, but a divergence move. And if I don't expect a divergence, meaning something different than the actual forecast, then I'm not really big into straddling and strangling them near as much. But directionally, definitely, straddle strangle is a choice, but it definitely would be on the bottom level of my choice for trading that trade. But that's the one big trading announcement that we have that you could access and take advantage of tomorrow morning. So there's your trade of the day to be able to look at. Now, as far as everything else that's going on, let's see here. What do we got that we could look at for today? Well, today we had a whole variety of announcements come out. Most of them meant a lot of nothing. But we had German unemployment change. That came in a little better than expected. Their unemployment dropped. So that's, good news right there for the euro. And we did see a little euro bounce on that. The German unemployment rate went down from 6.9 to 6.8%. Both those announcements came in at about 4 a.m. And again, these are not announcements I really trade on, but they're announcements, they're good things to be aware of if you trade the euro dollar in the early morning hours. I'll pull up a chart. We'll look at that real quick. But they're not, it usually just isn't a massive spike move off of it. But right over here, about 3:55, the announcement comes out. So about right here. And you can see we got up about 10 pips, and then we got down about 20 pips. So really not worth trading. But again, just going to be aware that is positive euro news on the day. And let's see, what else did we have that had we had current account, and we had GDP quarter over quarter and GDP year over year. Their current account came in negative. Current accounts, basically, that measures the difference in value between the exported and imported goods and the interest payments during the reported month. So obviously this being for the previous month. So the goods portion is the same as the monthly trade balance figure. And this is because foreigners buy domestic currency to pay for the nation's goods. So in other words, you got to sell your dollars to buy pounds because they charge in pounds. That's basically how it comes out. And so that's the current account. And then, of course, also they had their GDP quarter over quarter and year over year. So let's go ahead and check out the pound right here. And we'll put those pieces together right there. Okay. So on the pound, we did have a little bit of movement on that. That was one of the things I had sort of my watch list. Not so much, I wasn't trading it, but I was aware of it, and I could trade directionally with it if I wanted to. But it was definitely on the watch list. And the main reason, not only was it GDP, but it was a triple figure release. So it's three high, considered to be high impact releases. Current account was medium impact, and two GDPs coming out at the same time. So one of them being the month over month, the other one being year over year. So anyways, those numbers came out, and what they had was current account came in negative, which means less currency being bought. Okay, so more currency is being sold. That makes sense. So basically, pound should go down because more selling than buying. And then the year over year came in negative on the GDP, and the quarter over quarter came in at expectations. So it really didn't have an impact, a positive or negative impact in and of itself with quarter over quarter, but it had two negatives at the exact same time. And again, those reports came out this morning, and they were released at 4:30. And there was a little market activity before the news, so it's like, I wonder if somebody had a little, maybe a heads up there. But a little market activity right there, a little pullback, but a perfect pullback. And if you listen to my show, you know the way I like to trade is when the market goes down, and then it pulls back. I like to sell when it goes below the low, and right there, right on the news, just bam, flies down. Do get a nice move out of the trade, and it was a huge move day. So it's not one that like I said, I normally trade. But, one that I may start having to look into in the future, right? Went from 324, and by, 6 o'clock, the 2 hour sort of, actually 6:30, right? The 2 hour sort of post-announcement time, we didn't really hit too much more later, but 52.63. So we got a good 60 pips. So I might have to add that one on. It was on my heavy watch list. It just wasn't on my stats. So I may need to go back and pull some stats on the pound dollar GDP when I got that triple release up. But, nice 60 pip move. But look at this right here, down to 0.5. Just look at that sweet move right to the half deviation mark. It oscillates right around it, moves on down to 0.7, oscillates right around that, moves on down to 1 deviation, and oscillates, can't really hold it, and then flies on back up. And something I've said many, many times, and on just about every show as I go into, this simple method of trailing stops using the deviations, and I talk about the most important one being the 1 deviation move. And so if you're short in this trade and we get down here, this is, even if you're not taking the short, but you're trading the pound, when should you expect the move to be over? Okay, just if nothing else, just that. And so right here, you see this bar closes below, and so we'd set a stop 5 ticks above it. It goes down, it comes back up, and if it closes at or above, that'd be up. Okay, so we got actually a close of 52.29, so that'd be at, and then we get another close below it. So we got to close below it again after closing at or above it there. We tighten our stop again. It breaks that. As soon as it breaks that 5 ticks above that, we expect it to either reverse or go choppy. And usually you get a small reversal, and then that just turns into chop for the rest of the day. So I bet what happened right now is we got to move from 0.5 to 0.7. We're probably going to pull on back down to 0.5 at this point on the pound dollar. But using this simple method, we'll let you know, stop adding into the shorts, because you get in, you feel like it's going to go forever. And this will let you know, hey, you know what? Beware. The move is probably done. All right, we'll be right back after this break.
Who says you can't take it with you? TFNN says you can. With your mobile device and TFNN's live radio streams, TFNN has put it all in the palm of your hands. No special apps to download. No subscription fees for live radio or Tiger TV streams. We say you can.
Now let's go over to the dollar, because the dollar is going to be the generator. It is the generator of basically higher dollar, lower market. And what the dollar has done, and this whole uptrend, folks, has just gone sideways. The way it works, folks, is this.
We say you can. The Tiger Financial News Network. Smart investors and professional traders know you can. TFNN.com. Educating investors. With the launch of Tiger TV, TFNN has brought our programming to the next level. With Tiger TV, you can gain access to each host's charts and computer screens as they host their daily stock program. Whether it's Tom O'Brien, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, David White, Larry Pesavento, Andy Hecht, Victor Jones, or Darrell Martin, you can catch all of our technicians hosting their programs live and archived on Tiger TV for your viewing pleasure 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you haven't checked out Tiger TV, then visit TFNN.com and see what you're missing.
McEwen Mining is a high-growth, mid-tier producer in the Americas with a market capitalization of $1 billion. Experienced mining executive Rob McEwen, as chairman, CEO, and president, owns 25% of the outstanding shares of McEwen Mining and has put in place an ambitious business plan with the goal of qualifying for inclusion in the S&P 500 by 2015. With $70 million in cash and liquid assets as of the end of 2012 and completely debt-free, McEwen Mining is poised for growth. Production in 2013 is forecasted to grow at 24%, reaching 130,000 gold equivalent ounces, and over the next 3 years, McEwen Mining projects that their production will increase to 290,000 gold equivalent ounces, almost a threefold increase from last year's totals. If you'd like to find out more about McEwen Mining, click on their banner on the front page of TFNN.com or check them out on the NYSE or TSX under the symbol MUX.
Patterns, profits, and peace of mind.
Are you looking for a precision edge in the market? Something that can stack the odds in your favor? Then look into Larry Pesavento's trading newsletter.
Patterns, profits, and peace of mind.
In each weekly issue, Larry explains what's going to happen in the markets based on the pattern he sees developing and gives you actionable trade ideas based on those patterns. Plus, you'll get his detailed analysis on a variety of markets and sectors, including stocks, treasury bonds, the gold market, oil, the dollar, the Forex market, and more. You'll get access to all the patterns Larry is seeing in the markets, plus the Astro Harmonics and powerful Bradley stock market model that Larry utilizes for less than $5 a day. An extremely potent combination that will give you the edge you've been looking for. Try Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind absolutely free for 2 full weeks. That's an $85 value. Yours free when you register right now.
Get Larry's Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind.
And get the edge you've been looking for.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen, live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den, absolutely free, for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Darrell takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
All right, folks, welcome on back here to the Diagnostic Trading Hour. And we do have an expiration coming up. Let's go ahead and check it on out, see if there's anything there that we can take advantage of. So, looking right now, trying to anyway, if I can get my screen to cooperate. There we go. And so right on this, there. Every once in a while, the screen just does not want to move. I'm going to go on down here. We're going to choose binaries. And we'll choose gold and silver. Both of those. See if there's anything possibly exist we might like. And silver's gone. Dead. All right. What do we got on gold? So gold right now we got it at, let's see, let's update this. Right there to gold. All right. So now that we have that up, and we got to go, wow, 1208. Can you believe that? I mean, I've never seen like 17, 1800. These are probably, well, 1208. Really? All right, let's check it out and see. Is that a real trade? Is that a stale quote? My goodness. So, okay, well, 1231.5. I mean, that just doesn't even seem right. So it makes me wonder, like, am I looking at the right thing? You know, I mean, you see trades like that. You don't see trades like that. But, yep, gold is down at 1208, 1209 right now. So I'll take a 1231 all day long and put that trade in. So, But I mean, it's pretty simple. Just go in, throw the trade on, trades in, order received. So, wow, that is an amazing trade. Okay, well, that's a lot of premium. That is an insane amount of premium built in. And what we just did right there, folks, is we just sold, basically, to make some money on this trade. If the next 4 minutes gold doesn't go up like 12 points. So, almost 20 points. That's crazy. So, it makes me wonder if there's some like error in the engine. But, when you get an opportunity like that, yeah, you got to take it, right? So, when you see them, I mean, put on as many as you want to. There's a lot of them in there. 300 contracts floating around right now. But, anyways, let's look at that. Let's go over that trade. Let's just sort of cover what it is, what it means, and how it works. And basically what it is expiration premium collection trade, where you can go in and when you sell a binary, you're saying that the statement is false. Okay? Saying it will be at or below that current price. And I mean, there's even some 1221s on here. You can check those out. And just a beautiful thing. But yeah, I don't think I've ever seen that much premium inside of a trade before that I could do. So that's pretty cool. There's even a 1221 right now for $25. And that's basically all you're saying is that gold will stay below 1221.5 between now and 3 minutes from now. And so that's another expiration premium collection trade. So I just put some of those on as well. That's actually a better trade, right? So because you're getting more money. And for a very, very simple contract, trading the August contract right there. And gold right now is at 1208.9. So anyways, if you haven't placed that trade already, you're nuts, I think. But at least place it in your demo. Check it out. And what we're going to do is we're going to make $25 on this contract so long as it stays at or below that price. Let's see here. So I'm placing the trades, man. Follow along if you want to. But anyways, I mean, look at this. We're literally saying 1231 and 1221.5. So how hard should it be for gold to stay down? I mean, that's about the easiest trade you're ever going to see. And if you do that, then you'll be able to walk in that profit. And right now you can do it for $27. And I think that's one of the best trades I've ever seen on gold. Unless it's just going to do some magical 10-point reversal in the next 2 minutes, then it's money. But I'm sorry, I'm a little flabbergasted. I've never seen it be that big before. So, but yeah, going in and I'm loading up on these. But let's see. Let me draw this on a chart for you to help it make more sense. What you're doing is gold currently is trading at 1211.5. Okay? And so since it's trading at 1211.5, then you can go in and you can place this trade. And I'll draw it on the screen. I'll cover it when we get right back from this break. But, wow. I got my tickets up and everything. I'll be able to review it for you. Okay? Be right back after this break.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's Nadex.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. With the stock market flirting with all-time highs and volatility back, now is the perfect time for a 2-week free trial to Market Insights. On Monday, June 24th, Tom O'Brien closed out all 5 open positions in his daily newsletter Market Insights, with all trades being profitable and ranging from a 2.23% gain all the way to more than an 11% gain in just one position, for an incredible 32.7% profit combined between the 5 trades. Let Tom O'Brien's years of market experience work for you. If you'd like to see for yourself what kind of trading newsletter Tom O'Brien delivers to his clients each morning, then now is a perfect time to sign up for a 2-week free trial to his daily newsletter, Market Insights. In a volatile market like we currently have, the potential for fast market moves like we've seen recently is a trader's dream. So don't wait any longer. Sign up for your 2-week free trial to Market Insights today at the front page of TFNN.com. The Art of Timing the Trade charts has officially launched at TFNN. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind software, The Art of Timing the Trade charts allows you to scan for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, butterflies, ABCs, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade charts is designed to help you when scouring the market for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, and even months searching to find. As part of our introductory pricing, we're offering licenses available at only $59 per month. We're so confident that you'll love this new outstanding piece of charting software that we'll even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Lock in your low price today by ordering your copy at TFNN.com. Darrell Martin coined the phrase diagnostic trading, and we're happy to announce that his Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer has finally been released. The Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer helps you easily identify the best box spreads on Nadex in seconds, plus you receive access to the diagnostic deviation levels, as well as step-by-step training videos teaching you how to trade Nadex spreads so you can quickly master the mechanics of this simple yet powerful trading instrument. By pulling live data from the Nadex exchange, the Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer does all the math for you, calculating risk, reward potential, distance to break even for both outright spreads and spreads used to hedge the underlying market. Visit the front page of TFNN.com today to get your 2-week free trial to Darrell Martin's Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer and gain access to the valuable information it can provide when trading the Nadex box spreads.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
All right, welcome on back here to the Diagnostic Trading Hour to find some other trades. So we have those gold trades on. Just to give you a basic explanation of them, we got the gold 1221.5 right up here. I'll show you exactly how that trade works out so you understand it, but it's 1221.5 right there. And then we also got a 1231.5 right up here. So this is a short trade on gold, okay? You're saying that it will expire at 1:30 on Friday, June 28th, at or below those two prices at 1231.5 and 1221.5. So that gives you a nice, I mean, we are definitely trending down in gold. It goes with the trend, and it allows you to take advantage of that. Now, if you're not comfortable with managing a trade of that kind of risk level over that period of time, then, that's a trade that you may want to avoid. So, if you got in the trade and you don't like it and you're like, oh, I don't want to wait till Friday, okay, well then just close the thing out, take a small hit, or, close it out for, a break even on the trade. And you ought to be okay. So one thing about the scanner, and one thing that you want to learn to do, is make sure you definitely set the time of expiration to be the, what you want to look at. So if you don't want to see weeklies, then don't have it set out here to 7 days, right? So if I don't want to see ones that expire tomorrow, or on Monday I don't want to see ones that expire Friday, things like that, then bring that on back in, and it'll only show you, say, 4-hour trades. But what we can do is we can go over and we can look at the currencies at the end of the day. We can look at the foreign currencies. We can look at whichever ones we want to and see what trades pop up that might give us some good opportunities. We do have the 2 o'clocks with the 3 o'clocks. So we have plenty of opportunities where we can look at in the market and to sort of see what exists that we like. And, like right now I'm looking at the markets, and what do I see? I see sort of a weak euro yen. Now, I will tell you, I sort of avoid the euro yen and pound yen for my premium collection trades because they're just way too volatile for my taste. And to me, they're not worth it. And so it's too easy to, for it to spike 30 pips on you. And so I'm not a big euro yen, pound yen fan for premium collection. They can. The beautiful thing is they're really far away. The bad thing is they can move really fast. So I don't know how much good it does you for them to be really far away. And the weeklies, by the way, why would you want to trade weeklies? The one advantage of weeklies is they trade later. They'll trade till 5 o'clock in the evening. So let's say Forex closes at 3, but you want to keep trading, then you could trade, daily binaries and weekly binaries until 5. You could trade gold weekly binaries until 5 o'clock. And you can even go in, you can scalp them, things like that. They will move a little slower. They usually have a little wider bid-ask spread. So you just want to be aware of, there's different pieces that go together. So right over here, we'll look at some potential possibilities. We got we got a weak Aussie, a strong dollar. Got a weak CAD, a strong dollar. So let's check out Aussie dollar over here. Well, that couldn't be much more flat than it is right now. But we definitely have strength on the dollar versus the odd. So that's that's good for us. If we just get right now, there's just no good trading opportunity in my trading range. I put this at 70. I'll put it at 95 is the widest I'll put it. And then I'll set it down and bring it into like say an hour or less. And so now I just see that. Okay, now I got the 850s. That's okay. Just remember that you're going to be paying $1.80 round turn. So you're making about now I can get about $10 for it. You're going to make about $8 on the trade, and that's up to 92.87, and that's still with 20 minutes left to go on the clock. So Aussie dollar really hasn't moved up that high. Let's see, 92.87. Let's draw the line on the chart. Sometimes that's one of the best things you can do when you're trying to figure this out. So, it does show, it's a nice little resistance level right there. And then you got down at 92.67. You could go in. I'm less comfortable with that because it's at least violated that level recently. So right there. So you could try to binary that, butterfly that. I don't know if I'd butterfly it because it has went down to this level. This right here, it literally was pounding it. Finally, it pounded through it and hadn't even made it back up to that level since. So that trade, we'll try that one out right over here. You can go in and you just put that trade on, and that'd be about $10. You can even, by the way, you can say I want 10 or I want 12 or I want 15, and you can make it come to you. You don't have to take the current quote. You can just say I like the strike, and if you like the strike, great, put it in there. So like right now, it was at 10, now it's at 13. So I could put in I want $15. If I'm gonna do this trade, I want at least $15 for it. I want at least $20 for it. You may not get filled, but it may pop for just a split second, fill you. And you're able to, get into the trade and take advantage of it. All right. So that's the Aussie dollar one, but I'm just not. I'll leave it up there for right now. By the way, here's a cool thing you can do: is you'll see the underlying price on Forex is actually showing right there in the ticket. So I can open that ticket up if it's potential for me, and I can scroll down. I can either I'll usually open multiple charts on the show. It's a little bit more difficult to layer charts on the screen, but and then I'll go down the list. So CAD's looking weak, dollar's looking strong. Let's go here and check out the USD CAD for the moment. Anyway, it's been sort of pushing on down there, and we definitely violated that whole 10-minute stop rule already. It had one last little spike, pulled on back down, and let's see, what can I get on USD CAD? Right down here, nothing showing right now. There's a 473. That's pretty close for having a full 20 minutes left until expiration. Nope, not my trade. I can even shrink it if I've ruled it out. Okay, and then I can take it off from the list up top. Now let's go down. Let's look at what else do we got. We have Aussie. Aussie's looking weak. Dollars looking strong. Dollars sort of this king dollar, man. All right, so it's just going. But we got that Aussie. I already did that one. And we got a weak franc. So let's take out the dollar franc. Let's see. Nothing on the dollar franc. We can rule that out. And I'll just sort of go through this. How I don't have to focus just on one pair. Now we could also look at dollar yen. Dollar yen, we do have some stuff. Now pound yen, I'm a little more worried about. Euro yen, I'm a little more worried about. But dollar yen and all that, not as bad. So let's check out the dollar yen. Let's look at it, see if we like what we see. Over here on the dollar yen, I'm looking at just the weaker yen right now across most currency pairs. And so it's moving down. We get a 98.37. That's above a deviation. I like that. So right there, 98.37, and get about 15 bucks on that trade. So we could put that in for around $15, even $20 if you wanted to, risk it. And so right there. So we can get 15 bucks on that one. Put that trade in. There is your $15 trade. And we got that one on. Okay. So that one done. Let's go ahead and check out what else we have. I don't like the 98.32. That's right at the deviation line. I think we're just sort of asking to get hit on that trade. Okay, so we got an Aussie dollar at 92.79. We have short. We got a US yen at 92.28 short. And so now we'll go up and let's look at pound dollar. Let's see, pound is weak dollar strong. Okay, let's check out pound dollar. Let's see if we like what we see over here. And get rid of that. There we go. We'll go through the pound dollar and sort of, do some of these trades with you, let you see how they work, put all the pieces together. So pound dollar right here, 1.5262. And right there. Okay? So 5262. And on that trade, pound sort of looks like it's moving up to me. I don't know about you, but we hit our 10-minute deviation stop. We talked about that at the beginning of the show. Remember, we expect reversal or chop. My expectation is that it'll bounce off this 0.7 and go back down to 1. But to me, just not worth it. I mean, just looking at the chart, I don't like going against the trend when I'm doing premium collection. So I'm rolling this trade out, vetoing that one right there, okay? So what we could do, I guess what we could do is we could open the ticket and come back to it, maybe in the last 10 minutes before expiration, and see if maybe the trend's changing direction a little bit. But right now, I'm not happy with that. All right, so now let's go up. Let's check out. Now, euro dollar sort of fighting. It's both are pretty strong against most currency pairs. So, you can tell. Just see this chop, 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 chop. So, what do we got on that? We got 13027 down here. Nah, I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole. So there's just too much chop, too many spikes, and there's no defined trend at all with the euro dollar today right now. So we're going to get rid of that one, and really it's just process of elimination. So now let's go ahead, and I know we talked about not doing these. I just want to show them to you so you can see. It's sort of cool, but it's a little deceiving. We're going to go here. We're going to check out the pound yen. All right. And pound and yen are they're fighting each other today too. So even if you were willing to trade these, you'd definitely be asking for it. I mean, 150.01, 10 ticks above and 10 ticks below. I mean, you could try butterflying this thing if you're really brave, but it would not take anything for the pound yen to move 10 ticks. So definitely a no. And now we can go on down to euro yen. And on euro yen, let's see, euro is strong, yen is weak. So against most pairs, and you can look at the trend. We definitely have an uptrend going on right now. So I could look at a potential long. If I was, that would be like at 128.01. And right there. That's too close for 20 minutes. But that's one of those ones I can open up, okay, and see where it's at, and then like in the last 5 or 10 minutes before expiration. So in review, we have basically a collection of trades. We got a pound dollar short at 152.62. We got an Aussie dollar short at 92.87. We have a US yen short at 98.37. We got a euro yen long at 128.01. And those are the basic trades, getting about an average of $15 a contract profit on each one of those, and looking to make that in a period of 15 minutes. So not too shabby, right? And but those are the trades, and it looks like they're probably all going to end up profitable. I'm looking at all of them right now. I think they'll all probably line up pretty well with the trades. And so if you want to do that, hop in there, knock them out, and you will be all set. And so now what I'm going to do is I want to pull up this right here, and then put one more thing on the screen, and we'll put these pieces together and just sort of figure out, what's going to be the best strategy going forward for the day. But so many of these things, there's a lot of flat going on in the market right now, and I don't like it when it's that flat. Let's see here. I want to try to see if there's anything else we can do, because I'd like to put on just a couple more, if we could, of the trades. There we go. Alright. So we got those on. So let's go ahead. Let's check that US yen out again. I want to pull that up one last time. That one's the euro yen. I mean, it's turning on up. It's going right with the strength of the euro and the weakness of the yen. But that one may be out of reach. Let's see. Is there another one? There's a 28.11. Now it's like 3 ticks below. Yeah, don't go there. Okay, we got the US yen's at 21.50 right now. Let's check that out. So that gives us about 6 ticks. Yeah, it's still sort of moving up right there. So that's pretty nerve-wracking on that one. You can do it. You got at least a 0.5 deviation level in the way. But, that's not a lot of distance for that to travel. So it's a little bit, it's a lot. I mean, there's science to it, but there's also some art to the entire process when you're putting these together. We look at the Aussie dollar now. We're cutting down. We have less time. We'll feel like 12 minutes left on the clock. And we got 92.77. Do not, I mean, that's 2 ticks, okay? So it has to finish at 92.78. So really, it's like 1 tick away from being a pretty big loss. If anything, you almost want to be more inclined to short that thing. But if it pops back up there, I'll show you the ticket again. But 92.79 is where we're at right now. 92.87. That's not a bad trade. So that's right there. That's one we could look at potentially doing. We can get somewhere between $15 and $20 for that trade right now as it's fluctuating around. And you just got to watch it. So you got to be on these trades, and don't forget in the last 2 minutes, there's it's like a 2-minute warning bell for you. And you may want to set up an alarm on your phone or whatever to go off like 2 minutes before every hour, because in those last 2 minutes you can't do anything. So if it's too close, if you're not comfortable with the trade in the last 2 minutes, then you need to bell. So you just need to get out of the trade, okay? And there's no reason to be in the trade if you're not comfortable with the trade in those last 2 minutes. And then if you ever don't see anything on the scanner, we're actually doing an upgrade, by the way, coming up this weekend, where we're going to make it where it auto refreshes everything on it for you. But just hit F5 on the screen, and what that'll do is that'll update everything for you, and then it'll bring up the current contracts. But what we're doing is we're making it where you don't have to refresh, and we're reconfiguring how the data streams in the scanner to make it faster and use less memory and resources. So it'll only load data for basically the contracts that you're loading. So it'll load basically all the contracts like Aussie dollar, but then it'll narrow it down. It'll make everything a whole lot faster, and basically just be more efficient for you. Now, what we did do just now is we went through and we checked out a bunch of contracts. I'm going to go back over. I want to see if we got anything else left. We got that pound left still. So that's about a $10 trade right there. We'll check out the pound. And sometimes people go, $10, that ain't worth it. $10 isn't too shabby if it's a good trade. You got about 7-8 ticks, and you got, 10 minutes. So, babysit it. It's going to 52.62. If it goes above that, you lose. But at or below it, you'll be able to bring in the profit. You can get about 12 to 15 bucks on that trade right now. If it gets up there, though, get out. Okay? All right. We'll be back right after this break.
You've always taken the long view when it comes to investing, but what if there's an opportunity right under your nose? What if you could be more responsive to market trends to seek to boost your portfolio performance right now while seeking to reduce your overall risk? At Direction Funds, we connect investors with alternative strategies that seek to maximize their returns. Smart investors deserve smart alternatives. Find yours at directionfunds.com. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risk charges, and expenses of Direction Funds carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction Funds. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact the Direction Funds at 800-851-0511. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. Investing in index funds may be more volatile than investing in broadly diversified funds. Distributed by Rafferty Capital Markets, LLC. David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
Recently, Basil Chapman has had some outstanding trades in his newsletter, The Opening Call. Each morning by 9 a.m., Basil uploads his newsletter to the TFNN servers so that his subscribers can access his expert trading advice. Basil gives his take on the direction of key indices and updates any active trades that his subscribers are currently in. Just recently, Basil subscribers closed out a short position in Chipotle Mexican Grill, CMG, for more than an $86 profit per share, over a 20% gain in just one position. If you'd like to try out Basil Chapman's newsletter, The Opening Call, then visit the front page of TFNN.com and click Trading Newsletters. There you'll find Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, where you can request a free sample copy. Also, don't miss Basil's program, The Tiger Technicians Hour, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern, on TFNN.
Tom O'Brien's weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, has helped subscribers for over 10 years navigate the high-risk world of exploring and producing gold companies. And now's a great time to sign up for a free month-long trial to see the kind of insight that Tom delivers for his subscribers on a weekly basis. Every Monday, Tom O'Brien issues a quick update on the metal market, giving you his take on the HUI, XAU, GLD, dollar, bonds, and much more. Tom follows Monday's update with a full gold report, which is delivered to subscribers Tuesday afternoon with detailed coverage of 24 separate gold or metal stocks, as well as another 10 to 15 stocks that he lets you know are on his potential watch list. Get your month-long free trial to the Gold Report today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Don't spend another year navigating the metal markets on your own. Act early in 2013 and make the most of your gold and metal market investments.
Join David White as he keeps you up to date on the latest tech stocks while he uses his Power Law Vector Indicator to identify the best trades. The Power Trading Hour, next on TFNN.
All right, folks, we'll come on back here to the Diagnostic Trading Hour. So here are the trades that we have on right now that we can look at. We got the pound dollar. That trade I have submitted. That one's in. That one's looking good. We got the Aussie dollar. I submitted that one. That one's looking good. The US yen, I'm still sitting on the sidelines. Those yen pairs make me nervous. Now, that long euro yen, it worked. It's great. But I didn't get in it. And the U.S. yen, it's right on the line, and it's going to be a nail biter. If I was in that trade, I would get out of that trade because we're sitting right at the strike. So just not worth it. I mean, it may work, but it's not. I mean, the amount of risk you're taking on, it's not worth staying in. And because if you hold on to the trade and you lose, it'll take you like 5, 6, 7, 8 trades to make it back. Okay. If you just get out, it'll only take you a couple, like 2, 3, 4 trades at most to make it back, and you can do these 21 times a day. So you can do multiple markets. So I could do 4 trades, and at the same time lose 1, win 3, and I could come out, basically at break even on a trade if I got out of one of them, like when it hit the strike. But if I hold on to it, then I wipe out a lot of profits. So you got to manage your profit, you got to manage your risk, and keep it simple. And that's just how to do it. So hopefully I'll learn a little bit on the process I go through when I'm looking. And I just looked at Forex pairs. I'll also I'll look at the indices. I mean, we got a whole variety of indices expiring here that we can take advantage of. So we can go in, look at the U.S. indices, and you'll see like all these right here that you could be trading right now that are expiring here in just a matter of a few minutes. And we got, let's see, what we have, the S&P, and is that, 1611.5, so you can go up here, you go to S&P, got a 1611.9, that's too close, that's only like half a tick, so half a point there, I wouldn't touch that one. We got the NASDAQ at 2908, let's see, the actual NASDAQ is currently, let's see, where is that quoting at? I had a chart up a minute ago, the NASDAQ, but we'll pull that one up and look at it, see if we have time. Now, in the last 2 minutes, it's too late, we can't get in a trade, so you have to get in before that 2-minute bell. 2908, you got a 1.5 with 3 minutes to go. That wouldn't take too much for the NASDAQ to tick on down there. I'm not a big fan of that one. I'll go in here, let's check out the Wall Street 30, also the trend on that, so it's somewhat up, I guess. But let's see, well, now it's starting to tick up. Now we got a few points. We got 3 points on our side now. So, okay, I'll take it now. All right, so there we go, 83.50. We're making 16.50 on the trade, as long as it expires greater than 29.08. And let's grab it. It's moving fast. There you go. Okay, I got it in it. Submitted at 88, got it filled at 84.50 on the trade. And that one's done. So looking there. And so most of those trades looking like they're all going to be able to finish profitable for us. So got to love that. And then let's see, what else do we got that we might be able to look at? We have literally just like 26 seconds left. We could look at the Dow right here, and when I say 26 seconds, I mean until they're going to cut off. Market maker's going to cut the quotes, 14,962. So I'll go down here to the Dow. I see a 14,958, but we're sort of trending down here in this last 10 minutes. So I'm not touching that one. So that one's off limits right now. And that's it. Quotes are cut. And now I just look to see if anybody's doing any weird trades. And if I ever see him, then I'll grab him. Like here's a 1609.9 for that sort of floating in and out. This is some other trader posting these trades in, and so they're looking to say they're looking to sell. They'll sell it to you, 1609.9 for $6. Yeah, that's about 2 ticks away. That's a pretty close trade for $6. If it goes down further the next minute and a half, I might just take it from them. All right. Y'all have a great day, have a safe day, and I will talk to you tomorrow right here on the Diagnostic Trading Hour. Have a great day.
Hi folks, I'm Steve Rhodes with TFNN.com, and the trend is your friend until it changes. A free special report is now available on the homepage of TFNN.com, and if you have money in the markets, this free report is a must. If your strategy is buy and hold, this report is a must. If you're a day trader, a swing trader, a Forex or options trader, or just getting into the markets, this report is a must. And it's the second best gift you'll ever receive. Look, if you buy a stock and the general market is trending in the other direction, you've reduced your odds of buying at the right time by 70%. Instead, let me teach you how to get that 70% Advantage Plus. The Plus is a free trial to my daily newsletter service, Mastering Probability. There's no upfront deposit, no charge to your credit card, and I compress decades of education into each daily newsletter. This is a limited time offer, so act now, and I'll teach you how to take the trend and turn it into your best friend. All the details are on the homepage of TFNN.com. Act now.